What do you want, Outlander?
What brings you to the temple, Initiate? Have you been lax in your duties? Back from Serint Hall? Excellent. I need you to perform some inquisitorial duties in Vys-Assanud. Vys-Assanud is a temple monastery, dedicated to Saint Erlur. We have received reports that the monastery has become a nest of blasphemy and heresy. The ordinators of war are eager to purge the monastery, and a contingent of them has camped outside the monastery waiting for the order to strike. However, we want to make sure that the monks are indeed guilty before the purge. I need you to go to the monastery. Assume the mantle of the Inquisitor. Inspect the place and interrogate its inhabitants. Determine whether or not it needs to be purged and instruct the ordinators accordingly. I know you are a mere initiate, so make sure you are familiar enough with the temple law on heresy to perform this duty. These 2 books will help you. Study them before you make your judgment. May the 3 grant you wisdom. Let me know if you need directions to Vys-Assanud. Vys-Assanud sits atop a mountainous island northwest of Almas Thur. You can get there by crossing the bridge over to the west side of the river and then walking north through the Hlala plantation land. It's just north of a farmstead called the Rethil House. The dome of the monastery is unmistakable. How to treat heretics. Non-violent heretics to the attention of the temple, who will on the evil of heresy. Endure hardship and violence. However, despite what Fairless foolishly posits, it is
Greetings, Outlander. It's currents.
Yeah? What do you want? You're not...
So good.
I don't know you. What do you— I'm Balbinus Nervax, an overseer. I'm an overseer. It's my job to make sure the slaves don't run away, or that no one tries to free them. You've chosen your own death, Dark Elf. You are not worth killing. If you are looking for a fight, you are sure to find one. Perhaps I will end yours. You are pathetic. You are pathetic. You are pathetic. You are
Let's see what you're made of.
What are you doing here? What can Mayahad do? You have the key, and the overseer is no more. Yes, Mayahad knows only rumors. They help slaves escape. They take us back to elsewhere. What are you doing here? Can you let Esvar go free? You have the key, and the overseer is no more. Will you let me go free? Yes, Esvar is free. You are a good friend of Esvar. Esvar knows only rumors. They help slaves escape. They take us back to elsewhere.
I don't think we've been introduced, Outlander. I am Gerolf. I am Gerolf. I am a farmer. I grow crops, and raise animals for food, and gather animal products and vegetable products from the land for my own use or for sale at the markets.
What are you doing here? Can you let Hanari go free? Hanari cannot be freed without the key.
What do you want? So good to see you. You do not.
What are you doing here? What can Razammer do for you? You have the key, but the overseer Lorraine Radiz always watches Razammer like a hawk. So long as she breathes, Razammer cannot escape. I don't know you. What do you want? You've chosen your own death, Dark Elf. What is that tiresome noise? Perhaps I will end yours. You are pathetic. You are pathetic. You are pathetic. Don't bother me. You are pathetic.
What? There is no escape!
What are you doing here? Can you let Varvaka go free? You have the key, and the overseer is no more. Will you let me go free? Yes, Varvaka was free. Varvaka knows only rumors. They help slaves escape. They take us back to elsewhere. What are you doing here? What can Razammer do for you? You have the key, and the overseer is no more. Will you let me go free? Yes, Razammer is free. You are a good friend of Razammer. That's privileged information. I'm sorry.
Gah. A scaly bastard of a slave hit me in the head. Shattered my bloody helmet, too. The lizard's called Awfully Swift Skink. He's a slave working in Sarjo Atron Oren's plantation. I was supposed to keep an eye on him, but he hit me in the head with a rock and ran away. I'm still a bit dizzy, so I don't think I can track him down myself. Could you help me and find the dumb animal? There's money to be made. Keep your Outlander moralities to yourself. They don't mean a damn thing to me. That lizard is Sarjo Oren's property and I want him back. Will you help me or not? I'll pay you. You don't like money.
Under sun and sky, Outlander, we greet you warmly. Three blessings, Sarah.
I can spare a few moments.
I'm an officer of the Imperial Law. Move along. I'm an officer of the Imperial Law. Move along. That's how we punish crimes in more. You violated the law, Ada. Pay the court 5 gold and surrender your stolen goods, or surrender, then pay with your blood, outlaw.
You violated the law, Ada. I accept this gold in payment of...
Tidings, citizen.
True introspection of Lalo Enterprise. Their I'm an officer of the Imperial Law. Move along.
Welcome to my house, Dark Elf.
What
Nick, I
do
am a
you
farmer.
want, Outlander?
I grow crops, and raise animals for food, and gather animal products and...
What are you doing here? Can you let you have the key? Yes, Kishapi knows only rumors.
Is there something I can do for you, Outlander?
What are you doing here? What can Basha Basha do for you? You have the key. Will you let Basha Basha go free? Yes, Basha Basha is free. You are a good friend of Basha Basha. Basha Basha knows only rumors. What are you doing here? Can you let Shalivir? You have the key, but the Overseer Durin Almithrin always watches Shalivir like a hawk. So long as he breathes, Shalivir cannot escape.
I don't believe I've seen a Dark Elf in such a grand outfit in some time.
Serve
Can I help you? Shut up and draw. A good thrashing is what you need, Dark Elf. I hope your sword is as sharp as your tongue. That does it.
There is no escape. Sugar.
What are you doing here? Can you let Nab Angie go free? You have the key, and the Overseer is no more. Will you let me go free? Yes, Nab Angie is free. Nab Angie knows only rumors.
What are you doing here? Can you let Shalivir go free? You have the key, and yes, Shalivir is free. Shalivir knows only...
We're waiting for the Temple Inquisitor from Almas III. You do not wear the mantle of the Inquisitor, and so we have nothing to say to you.
Yes.
The Inquisitor from Almasthur has arrived. Good. Enter the monastery. Look for any evidence of heresy. Interrogate Galvin Talcy, she's the priestess in charge of the monastery. Enter the monastery, Inquisitor. Look for any evidence of heresy. Interrogate Galvin Talcy, she's the priestess in charge of the monastery. Then report back to us and let us know if the Vys-Assanud needs to be purged. She's the priestess in charge of the monastery. You should interrogate her. What brings you to our monastery? I am Arvis. If you have any questions about what we do here, please, speak with Galvin Talcy. She is wise beyond words. PSST. You gotta help me and the boys out. That cult leader woman, she's crazy. They do unnatural things here. Unnatural.
What brings you to my tower, follower of the temple? Yes, this is our monastery. May I ask you what you are doing here? Alright. I am Galvin Talcy, the priestess of Vys-Assanud. The temple sent me here to tend to the shrine of Saint Erlur.
It speaks. I am Visar, Kinreeve of Vys-Assanud. I serve and represent the majestic bringer of destruction that you mortals call Mainland. A good little priestess she is. Mainland is most pleased. Yes. He who carries the sun's blaze on his shoulders. The most terrible and the most beautiful of all the princes of Oblivion. This monastery and all the little mortals inside it now belong to him. They have renounced the Tribunal, those so-called gods. A nice little monastery, isn't it?
What brings you to my tower, follower of the temple? Yes, this is our monastery. May I ask you what you are doing here? Oh. Are we suspected of heresy? I will gladly answer any questions you might have. And you're welcome to look around. Well, we are hermits. I understand why we might seem odd to you. But that's hardly a heresy, no. Well, Inquisitor, have you found any evidence of heresy? That is my fault, I must admit. I have been a poor caretaker. I am ashamed of the condition the shrine is in, but I can assure you that it hasn't been purposefully damaged or defiled in any way. Surely, being negligent isn't a heresy. Well, Inquisitor, have you found any evidence of heresy? That is something one would expect a slave to say, isn't it? They are liars, who are trying to win your sympathy, so you might free them. Clever little men. I shall have to punish them for this. But slavery, obviously, is sanctioned by the temple. It is not heresy. Well, Inquisitor, have you found any evidence of heresy? HMPHH. Nosy Inquisitor. Fine. I admit it. We no longer follow the false gods of the temple. They are weak and treacherous. We worship the radiant light of creation and destruction that is Lord Dagon. He will lift us up from this sad earth and carry us on his shoulders. He has promised us that he will flood the Thur and drown the land, and then build a new and better one for us, his faithful children. Go now. You are unworthy of his blessings. You are an enemy of Lord Dagon. Cursed be your name.
You have seen the monastery of Vys-Assanud with your own eyes, Inquisitor. What is your judgment? You've interrogated her? Well, what did she confess? Does Vys-Assanud need to be purged? Are the monks guilty of heresy? Shall we purge the monastery? What is your judgment, Inquisitor? As it was decreed, so it shall be done. We will put every single one of these heretics to the sword and wash away their sins with blood. Please, join us, Inquisitor. Shouting war cries, the ordinators of war enter the monastery. You should follow them. The heretics have been crushed. Vys-Assanud belongs to the temple once more. You killed that crazy cultist woman. You gotta let me out. Find the key,
please, so I can go free. You have the key. Will you let me go free? Yes, now I am free. Thank you, Ada. The beast folk tell of abolitionists acting under that name. Perhaps you should ask them. The Bone Song. A pinch of dust. A rattle of bone. A flicker of runes. A tendril of magic. A spill of blood. For centuries they have slept. For centuries they have dreamed. Now they awaken. Through death and night. They hearken to him. Their empty eyes see. Their empty minds think. Their empty throats scream. And their empty hearts hate. The dance of death. Is the breath of life. Is the light of day. Is the black of night. It is the call that they must obey. The stench of evil. The rank of decay. The power of his word. They are under his sway.
You killed that crazy cultist woman. You gotta let me. You have the key. Yes, now they say the twin lamps bring slaves hope. But Morrowind is part of the Empire if even the Legion won't intervene. What hope is there?
On the importance of heresy. You killed that crazy cultist. You have the key. Yes, now I am free. They say the twin lamps bring.
The heretics have been crushed.
Do you have something to say, Outlander?
What brings you to the temple, Initiate? Have you been lax in your duties? I hear you purged the monastery of Vys-Assanud. I know it must have been a heavy choice to make, but rest assured that you did the right thing. We already knew that a purge would be necessary. I simply wished to see how you'd handle yourself. And you did well. We cannot be soft with heretics. I want you to take these spell scrolls as a reward. You've worn the mantle of the Inquisitor well. Now give it back to me, Initiate. Thank you, Initiate. I have other duties for you now. The temple recognizes you, Ada. You are now Ada the Acolyte. Temple, Inquisition of Vys-Assanud. Eileen Teelith told me that ordinators have been sent to Vys-Assanud, a temple monastery, with the intention of purging the place, if need be. I am to play the part of an inquisitor. I should inspect the monastery and interrogate its inhabitants, and then make the decision whether or not it should be purged. I've met with the war ordinators at the entrance to Vys-Assanud. They told me to enter the monastery and look for evidence of heresy. They also said that I should interrogate the head priestess Galvanu Telesi. After I'm done, I should report back to them and tell them if the monastery needs to be purged. I've spoken with one of the slaves in Vys-Assanud. He says that Galvanu Telesi is insane and that there's something unnatural going on in the monastery. The shrine of Saint Erla in Vys-Assanud appears to be defiled. There's a Dremora named Vissar here who says that the monastery and all its inhabitants belong to Mainland Dagon. This seems to be damning evidence. I should confront Galvanu Telesi and ask her to explain this. Galvanu Telesi denied that there is anything heretical going on in Vys-Assanud. I should either continue my search for damning evidence of heresy or end my investigation and report back to the ordinators. Faced with evidence, Galvanu Telesi admitted to heresy. She says that she has renounced the tribunal and that she and her followers are now acolytes of Mainland Dagon. I should let the ordinators know of this. I told the war ordinators that the monastery of Vys-Assanud needs to be purged. They invited me to join the purge. I should head back inside and make sure that justice is done. All the heretics and the Dremora are dead. Vys-Assanud has been purged. I should report back to Eileen Teelith. Eileen Teelith wants me to give back the mantle of the Inquisitor. I won't receive new duties until I do. I gave the mantle of the Inquisitor back to Aline Teelith. She has new duties for me now.